Morning, everybody. Let's get started.
Morning.
I mean, sorry, Ahmed. Could you get us started, please?
Good morning, everyone. So yes, Don. So today, I have created pull request for n plus one issue, and Jerry is reviewing it. So once he will add any comment or anything, so we'll deploy it. Yeah, n plus one issue problem. Pull request is in pending state.
Okay. Gary, have you looked at
And
the pull request?
yes,
I'm
yeah,
looking at
he's
it.
checking.
Mhm.
And yeah, John, yeah, that's it from my side. Can you please assign me more tasks?
Okay, we'll do. Jerry, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, I've been kind of driving myself crazy looking over this external chat. Something I want to do is how we said we want to filter out like the exit message. I believe there is a way to do it. What I was doing is I was going to add one of Todd's test phones in the external chat, and I was going to grab a couple logs, and from there, I have Twilio's documentation. You can actually like modify messages before they get sent. You can either like delete them or modify them. So I'm gonna see if that logging, like if that webhook that they're saying works. Trying that. Uh, Outside of that, we got the chat welcome message working for Android and iOS. I just add it into the query.
Okay.
But yeah, Todd said it's working well on iOS and Android. I confirmed on iOS and Android as well. I don't know why it wasn't working on Android. Maybe something with the subscription, but it's fine. I put it in the query. So
So,
that looks
how does that look when it first appears?
it's it's just at the bottom of the chat. It
Okay.
right now it's just like a message from Circles Buddy that says hi there,
Mhm.
but it can just be customized to whatever we want it to be.
Okay. And only the user entering the chat for the first time sees it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. And you can, at the moment, just apply it to any particular chat you want.
Right.
Okay. Okay, great.
And then we can build out an interface for it.
That's great. Okay, so we just need to work on the wording on it. It sounds like.
Well, I think in the ideal world, like it would be customizable to the admin.
Sure.
The admin would be able to set it. But if there's something,
But if we
if
wanted
you
to do it today, let's say.
yeah, if you want to try it out for a certain group,
Yeah.
send me an example and I'll try and set it up.
Okay.
So,
Okay, cool.
yep. Um, Other than that, I've just got to go through the ringer on testing these changes I did with external chat with Todd. I was just getting everything ready. I have his external number I'm about to add into a chat, and then I'll try to get feedback from him on that.
What is it you need feedback on?
Well, it's not feedback. It's just I need another number to test external chat.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna add Todd's number to it, and I'm gonna like see what he sees whenever I send more like the goal is that we have to see what happens when we send the message from the external user and how other external users see it.
Right.
Because remember how the user sent exit and then that triggered like that loop?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent other users from seeing it.
Okay. So you'll be working on that today.
Yep,
Okay. What else?
that is probably going to take most of my day. It's going to be a lot of testing back and forth. We have the carrier check in place. We'll probably be testing that as well with the external chat.
Okay. Is that functioning right now?
The carrier check? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
need to I need to go through and I guess we can scan all the external users that are currently in chats. I know we scanned that one group.
yeah.
I have to scan the others.
Yeah, I should do that. And then that's another one of those things that should be monitored in case sometimes those things could be too aggressive. Maybe
Which you
remember
were.
like Canadian numbers, for example, weren't being
Mm.
allowed for whatever reason. And it's like you wouldn't really know until someone reports it.
Hmm. Well, right now our Twilio only allows external chat with US phone numbers.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I have that kind of logging. I have error logging. So what happened yesterday wasn't exactly like an error. It was just some really weird feedback loop that happened.
Hmm.
So, monitoring it, even though it's not an error, is something that I'd have to figure out how to do it efficiently.
Okay. Okay. So anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Jerry. Ismail, let's get you updated. You were saying you had a
Yeah.
problem with the
What was that? Sorry.
you had a problem with the iOS the pipeline.
Yeah. We talked to Amin. Amin has more knowledge when it comes to pipeline stuff. I think he was just trying to rebuild right now. I mean, it looks like it failed as well. So yeah, that part's still not figured out. Um, did get the build out on Android though for
Is
testing.
it is the issue on our end?
No, I think it's with the pipeline. They're saying they're requiring to bump up our SDK we're using.
Uh,
Um,
Um, like it's the GitHub server. What's breaking the detail?
okay. And it was something we have control over.
So I'm looking into it. There's Nico. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There's like feedback coming through your mic.
so yeah, there's so we do run the builds on GitHub servers, and it seems GitHub did update like the Xcode version they're using on the server we that's dedicated for builds, and with the new Xcode version they removed the iOS SDK version we targeted for for our app to can be built, and that broke it. That's what I'm looking at right now. Looking like how um even like GitHub did update the stuff. We use the version like to set the version we want to. I find a way, but it's gonna add like a 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the build
Mhm.
because if we need to re-download that removed iOS SDK. But there is caching, so we won't have to download it every time. So that's what I'm trying to do. But
I mean,
meantime,
after we update our like with the new React Native and the new libraries, do you think that would fix it or not
no,
necessarily?
no, it's not. It's. I think yeah. I think we'll fix it. It would. Yeah,
Wait.
because like our project.
Because I'm seeing is saying that also, like there's a kind of you can have Copilot explain the error for you, um, and it's saying that well, number one is like you said, it's unable to like it needs make sure required iOS 8.1 is installed, and
Mhm.
then the other one is showing here is they're saying what was that? Yeah, outdated dependencies detected by Expo. So like React, yeah, like the pager view and the reanimated and other libraries. So I think maybe the build you're working on will work
Yeah,
smoothly with this. Maybe.
I mean this dependencies thingy. It has nothing to do with it. It's just like the GitHub server issue because like those that warning it was all it's like it's not always there, but it's like every other build we did it was there.
Okay,
But
yeah, it
so
doesn't block the build.
yeah, it doesn't bother the build, but it's just right now. It, GitHub they did delete the iOS 18 from the server, so it's not there. So if any app that want to run or do a build on that server, it's not gonna work. Um,
Mm,
like I've seen, I'm searching like issues in it, like just like from yesterday to
mhm.
today. There's a lot of issues people having. Um, yeah, there's a fix for it. You have to re-download the iOS SDK. That's the only fix that I found right now. But it's gonna add like a 10 to 15 minutes on the build time. But
Um,
there is,
but just a question. So when we update Xcode, our app doesn't work with the new Xcode, um, like on our computers. By fixing that on that level, it will fix it here as well, right?
um,
Like, you know what I mean? If you try to build the app
yeah,
using the new Xcode, it's not
I
gonna work.
this is different. Like even like I went and I did set the Xcode version to the same version I'm having and we were using, and the issue persists. It's not the Xcode version. It's like the iOS SDKs. They are missing. Like so even like doing an old Xcode where that I where that should be the iOS there, but like you can manually go and delete it if you want. Like the iOS SDK, you can delete it and download new one or older ones. It's up to the user. That's what like GitHub did. They deleted it. Like there's, I can send you a link where um like they deleted all those iOS 18. What is it? But meantime, like I did a build manually. It should be there in display. If you guys can hear me.
Yeah, was that for me or for Ismail?
Yeah, for everyone. Like we can do builds manually from our machines. And that's what I did just to get us up and running. So we
Hmm.
figure out this issue.
So
The build, yeah, the build
that's
it's in display.
hey, I just downloaded it. That's the one I got from Test Flight last night.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not last night. It should be like an hour ago or something like that.
was it? Build
Yeah,
65, right?
65. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm on it. It's great so far. With the scrolling is so much better.
Wait,
Um,
did you download it last night?
I thought I had a notification from yesterday evening, which
No, I just did it an hour ago.
maybe I did have a notification, but I the one you submitted was like in addition to it. So um, I'm on the latest. I'm on 65. So
Yeah, that's the one.
okay, great.
Yeah, this one should have also more optimization for chat.
Yeah,
So just
yes.
make sure nothing's breaking there. And I don't know if it feels any smoother.
It feels a
Then
lot smoother. Yes. What other optimizations?
on chat itself, so like when you scroll really fast and the loading is like there's more memoization and stuff. So it should like scrolling should feel like everything's preloaded. It shouldn't feel like you're loading from the internet almost.
Great. Yeah, it does feel very, very smooth. Really nice.
Okay. And then just make sure nothing breaks. Pagination, everything's good, no duplicates, all that good stuff.
Yeah, will do. um,
So, yes, just to continue the other issue, Ismail, I sent you like the release notes from the GitHub action. You can see like they deleted all the iOS 18 point like 2, 3, 4. We deleted all those iOS SDK. So the only solution is you have to re-download it. And that's
Mm.
the issue. This is the issue. Like they did deleted the iOS SDK from the servers.
Why did they delete them?
Because they like upgrading to the latest Xcode and everything, so they want to have things up to date, and they have to drop old versions.
Mm.
The thing is
If they
like
have both, like where we can choose between them.
that's what I was like trying to do, and I asked ChatGPT. It was like, no, you can't do that. It's like you can only select like the iOS version, sorry, the Mac OS version. So we are like on my Mac OS 15, and that's it. Mm, that's all you can do. Like, because like there's versions from the release notes. I was like, maybe we can use that specific image version, but we're not. I'm not sure if we use Mac OS 14 would fix this because we're using 15. I will try that as well. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Yeah, I, what I'm trying to say is, I think if we fix it on GitHub, that'll maybe help us run it on the newer Xcode. Because I don't know if you're aware, but right now you can't run the app on the new Xcode. Like if you try to build it locally, like forget about GitHub. If you're just trying to build it on your simulator, right?
Hmm.
So if you update and you try to run it, it won't work.
I think this is because like the React Native, it's like it is bound to the Xcode version.
Mhm.
You have to update the React Native version to use the latest Xcode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm actually curious to try your build after on the new Xcode.
I mean, if
If that
you
does work,
wanna
that would be awesome.
verify that, you can do it right now. Like there's the branch, check out for it. If you have the latest Xcode installed, you can do it right now.
Yeah, I had it on on my laptop. Obviously, I'm not gonna upgrade my work environment because I don't want it to crash and
Yeah.
be kind of stuck. But I had it on my laptop. I think I used the tool Jerry told me about because we both had the same problem, and we started using an older version of Xcode. So yeah, I'll kind of change that to make it use the newest and see if we're able to run the app. That would
Hmm.
be nice. So I can finally upgrade my machine to my work environment machine.
Um, this chat is really, really smooth. I also think it didn't jump when I got a message.
No, I think we'll still jump. I tested that.
Interesting. I was looking at a picture, like I think right when it came in, but maybe not. Let me check the timestamp. I don't know. I think I don't know. Well, the emoji came in and nothing moved on my scroll. I'll have to keep a closer eye on it. But where I'm going with this is, um, can you run this same little thing you did like through the AI and memoization through and ask it to do like the discover feed? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we can try. Um, Even though, like I said, I think the jump is still there. Like new message comes in, but I think we have to need flashness version 2. I'm like
Yeah.
almost positive we need it for to get rid of the jump. But if in terms of smooth scrolling, I can see if we can optimize discovery feed any further.
Yeah.
Um, I can
Yeah,
give it a
because like
shot.
the images and everything, like you're saying, it doesn't seem like they have to load in like they did before. They kind of everything's kind of just appears a lot quicker. Yeah, there was a little jump. A message came in, there was a jump. So yeah, we do need the newer flash list. But just in general though, if we got some good performance enhancements on the discover feed would be good.
Yeah, like I said, I'll give it a shot. I'll see if it can be optimized further.
Okay, because you can always cherry pick. Like if you see if you know like if it gives you 20 suggestions, you can just pick like maybe 3 or 4 where you're like, well, this is kind of obviously better, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay, so might as well, yeah, we might as well see where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But yeah, no, this is really good, Danny. Well, actually, let me ask you this: do we have an Android build yet? I mean, or is it just iOS?
Oh, Android was up yesterday.
Oh, it was up yesterday. Okay. And Danny, will you go ahead and submit iOS and Android
Yeah.
builds? Okay.
Also, the investment button should be removed. So if you just want to double check that.
Thank you. I knew there was one other thing I was going to look for. Let's see. Yeah, good. That's going on. Okay. I think there was a couple little small things, but nothing big. The share button, right? That was one of them.
Yeah, that one got fixed. So if you go to your profile and click shares, it should work now. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think what else? Was there anything else? In this build. I feel like there is, but I'm missing some small stuff.
No, I'm the shares button does work on my profile in 65,
But
but when I go to another user profile, it's not working.
yeah, we did that on purpose because didn't have like the right perspective, and then you're seeing what other people are sharing.
Oh,
Somebody
that's right. That's right.
So-
That's right. Okay.
that's disabled on purpose. Danny, will you put a rush on the iOS build?
Yeah.
Okay, don't release it until I give you the green light. But let's see if they at least approve it quick. It had minor changes. I bet they might approve it within an hour.
Yeah, they might.
Okay. So, Ismail, what else?
Do you think it's worth rushing?
Well, it is Friday. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to take till Monday.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
it
don't
probably
know.
wouldn't. Probably be tomorrow, but you never know.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I don't know. If I don't really know what the rules are. Like, do we have a limited amount of rushes?
It's not clear. It just kind of like does it for us every time I ask him to.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe now you made me nervous. So I guess we don't need to put a rush on it.
It's easy to do. That's the only reason I'm asking is like I just don't know.
It's easy to put the rush on it.
Very easy. It's just
Yeah.
I just don't know what the limitations are and if they're going to
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to restrict us when we need it. So, yeah, we just go standard. I'm just eager to get it out to
Yeah.
Everyone tell them about the scrolling being smoother. So, yeah. Okay. So, Ismail, did you have more to add? Like, what are you going to work on today?
Well, I submitted the track player in chat, so hopefully I'll have that out for you guys to play with today. So you guys can start testing it out.
Great.
It's not perfect yet. There's still some improvements that need to be done, mainly like performance improvements, animation, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, but it's. I mean, I would say it's even probably good enough to release, but I just want to be like perfect, optimized, no bugs. So I still need to work on that. I'm trying to like when you go, I guess when you first load a song, I want to make that a little bit smoother, more instant. It's pretty fast now, but I want it to be more instant. And the animation, once you select the track when it goes up, I also want that to be a little smoother. I feel like there's some kind of maybe re-rendering on there or jumping. So stuff like that. It's like those kind of tricky bugs where everything works, but you just feel like something's a little off. So that's I want to try to get those done today. But other than that, I'm free to take on other tasks.
Okay. What tasks would those be?
What do you mean?
Well, you said you're free to take on, but do you have any in mind, or do you need?
Nothing in particular. Like I said, I'm still like I'm still probably gonna spend the whole day on like optimizing the like the SoundCloud stuff. But if I do get them figured out quicker, and I don't have anything in particular that I need to work on next. So if there's anything you guys have in mind, just send it my way.
Okay.
Reply.
Well,
I'll be
I have-
saying that till the end of my life.
What was that?
I said I'll be saying that forever.
Saying what?
The replies.
Oh, the
Message
replies.
replies.
Yeah, that one I probably gonna start that one after I'm fully done with what's it called the tracks, because they they're both related to chat, and I don't want any code conflicts. So I want to have like that 100% done, optimized, and then I'll start on replies. Um,
Well,
but yeah, we
we
can
need
tack.
the final
tack stuff.
design.
Huh?
We need the final design. We don't have
There's that too.
design. Yeah, that's a very important part of this. Is that what does it look like? How does it work? And because we have some chats that have thousands of people in them.
Yeah.
It's not like an iMessage group chat.
Oh yeah, and there's also a few things Jerry sent my way that I need to get done in terms of stuff that's being passed to the back end that he doesn't want because it's throwing errors.
Okay.
And then one last thing I also, before I forget, is I know Jerry, you slacked me and Amin about something about related to you had a duplicate inside Trustip, right? When uploading an image. I know Wells was working on that. Just to be clear, that is Wells aware of that? Is he going to be
I can forward it to him.
okay? Because I think he's working on Trustip's or media upload to Trustip's. So yeah, if you want to just send it his way. And yeah, that's pretty much I had. But yeah, whenever that design for replies is ready, I can start working on that next.
Okay. Yeah, we need to focus on that one. Trying to think if there's anything else more simple too that we needed short term. I'll let you know. I think there might be a couple other little things. Let's continue. Amin, can we get your update?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, yesterday I started working on the issue that Todd was having an Android with his brightness. He was not able to control his brightness manually if Sircles app was open. And it seems like there's like you can say a lot that Android do if your app set the brightness. Now it's going to be control of the brightness. You have to release that lock when you're not needing it, and we were not doing that. So now it's managed go correctly, where that's not an issue anymore. So I fixed that. We did an OCA first, confirmed it's working, and we merged it with the build we have right now. And I went back, continue working on the Android issues for the new architecture. Um, I fixed all of them that you sent me. Um, some of them like they were related to Lottie. But first of them were related to reanimated. Uh, like because a lot of things would change with reanimated. That's why there was like some re-renders going. It's not like a re-render, like especially in the phone number, the phone screen, and the SMS verification screen. That was not like a re-render. That's more like just reanimated was a little bit slow to do the sliding, and it shows like it's a re-render. That I fixed it. It was not like a crazy fix. It just like setting new expectations for the elements, so it works with the new updates. Also, other like issues that will work with the Lottie, like for example, the contacts step where things were just happening by themselves. That was like because of as I was suspecting, it was like this on animation finish callback. It was being triggered before it should be, and the reason why it should be, it's like when this triggered, it triggered with like a flag telling you which whether this is really the actual finish or not. And before it was not like enforced, but now it is. So the on animation finish callback will be triggered multiple times. You will be expecting it to be triggered only once, but it's not. So I fixed it kind of globally because like we have the Lottie component in our like components of the Athens. So I did the fix there, fixed it globally. What else? Yeah, and also like the other like the Barbie slides that looks like a re-render, which is not. It's just like the last slide. It's like a button that like fade in, and it was weird. It looks like a re-render. But I fixed it. It's not a render. So yeah, that's all the issues. And yeah, I just want to say some of them looks like re-renders, but they're not actually.
Okay. Okay, great. So would you say the onboarding mostly you think everything I sent you is all taken care of?
Yeah, yeah. I just need to test Android. I want to test Android like for onboarding too, so it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, so yeah, I'll do that. But for iOS, it's all good. I'll do that, and maybe I'll do another build for iOS with this new changes, so make sure it's everything's good,
Okay.
and we can move to the next fixes.
Okay. There was that one the Lottie that was missing. Remember the one that says fabulous after you add?
Oh yeah, I fixed that too. Yeah, I fixed it too.
Okay. Why did that not show up?
The same reason of that on animation finish callback. It was like a triggered like
Uh,
early, and it was breaking it.
so so that fixed how many Lotties do you think that one fix? How many others did that fix?
I think like the, I don't want to say like this is a global, just to be safe. Oh yeah, and also I fixed the other issue with the SOT, like we need to next
Mhm.
things like animation. There was like a issue there. I fixed that too. Um, the fix for that was like I had to do some changes in the internal code of like Lottery library.
Mhm.
Like the fixing, it's a little bit you would not expect it. So I had just to move a line of code. It was like at the bottom. I had to move it at the top, and that fixed it without me had to do any other change in our code. So, and I think that would help with other issues if they are gonna be in with logins. But again, I don't want to say like this is global because this is like tricky. We just we really had to go on most of our lotties and verify that they're running as expected.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, I get a couple others I'll send over to you.
Yeah.
I mentioned that one. Um, the drawer was misplaced. Um, where do you think we are then, like as far as you know, having it ready to ship to for production app store? At least from your perspective, I mean, how much more work do you think needs to be done?
From my perspective, like I like we just have to get those like small issues we have because I don't see any other bigger issues that we kind of blocked beside that jumping on the chat like when you navigate when you paginates.
Yeah. Okay.
Beside that, I don't see any big issues.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
well, and yeah, we should test it out. Um, do a QA build maybe by the end of the day.
yeah.
Okay. I just sent you the Lottie drawer that was kind of broken. You'll see it in Slack.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's one.
There's one. Okay. And I did come across something else, but I think this actually might be a backend issue. Let me double check something real quick compared to current version. One sec. Interesting. Um, maybe this is a question for Jerry actually. Jerry, if if you hit the plus chat button from your lobby,
Uh-huh.
so like you're gonna create a new one. If I type in the name of a group, I'm not seeing results there. Like if I typed investor, like I'm not seeing the investor chat. Or if I type maggot, I'm not seeing the maggot army chat.
Do something with that. Um, oh, I think that we have logic to remove um
those two in particular.
n- it's well no, not
Well,
invest.
no, because I typed girls, like girl squad. I can't find that one.
Well, no, I typed in girl squad. I see that,
Wait,
but
I
in
see
the
it.
group. Yeah.
So if you're in the group, you can't see it.
There was some yeah, there was some logic, and maybe it got twisted over time with I remember that you would not want to see the group there, but I think it was whenever you were searching by a participant name. And that when you search by their name, oh wait, hold on, I think it's coming to me. Yeah, like we did not want groups over a certain size to show, maybe.
Well, we didn't want to combine two and accidentally.
Hmm. I remember. Yeah, the only thing I'm remembering with this is that we had a problem where because let's say you and I are in all these groups together, and if I type John, I would see all these groups that I'm in with you.
Right. I remember we solved for that. But
And
was there
maybe
an issue like if I typed the guest list 916 and then I also typed investor chat, like, and then I hit send, it would merge both of those into like a giant group. And we were trying to avoid that maybe. Is that why? Because right now it does appear that if I'm in the group, I'm not seeing it.
yeah, I'll have to check into that. But yeah, you should be seeing like guest list, for example. If you type in the group by the name,
Right.
you should see guest list.
Yeah. So like if I do good vibes,
Yeah,
I'm not seeing it.
I'll just have to take a look at that.
Okay, take a look. For a second, I thought it was part of the new architecture build, but no, it's current in this one too. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Wells. Is Wells here? Hey, Wells, can I get your update?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. So can you see the message I sent you on Slack?
Let's see.
Yeah. So yeah, for that, the PR regarding the shareable link update that with the gradient in the top, the share to chat was
Yeah.
approved and merged.
Okay.
And I did open a PR where I implement a most favorite modal when the user presses on the camera while looking into a place profile. And in that PR, we also refactored the different places in where that modal appears and added a feature in which where when you press on the screen, the modal with the alert is dismissed. So that is for review.
Okay.
And yeah, right after that, I was working um, on the add photo functionality. So when you press on that photo, when and you have a profile favorited, I was working on the media upload there for making sure that the user can add photos there. And first off, I figured that the reason it was not working it was because it was using a Node implementation using the old Apollo client instead of the new approach using Cloudinary that is may refactored a while back. So I confirmed that with him and implemented the Cloudinary. So we have upload there, but on that feature, there was no communication with the backend at all regarding how to deal with the photos uploaded there. Like, should they be shown as a trust tip or anything like that? So that makes me wonder if that feature ever worked in the first place. And to that, I started asking some questions like, should the photo you add there be displayed like a trust tip? And if so, right now, you can only add one photo at a time there. So perhaps it would be good to add multiple photos at a time. And if so, perhaps it would be good to add some description to the images you're uploading, just like a trust tip. So that brings me basically to, shouldn't the add photo button be a shortcut to the add trust tip? Like, you press there and the tip shows up.
Not necessarily, um, because maybe you already wrote a trust tip, a week ago, and you're
Mhm.
just gonna add some photos. So, because there is the trust tip input also is there, you know, on the profile. So,
Hmm.
there's
So
that.
where the photos should be displayed after you add them there? Like, should they be on the trust tips
It should be in the carousel at the top.
carousel at the top?
Yeah, and if you already have, I don't know how we designed this. It's been a while, but if you already have a trust tip, um,
So they should be displayed here. And is Jerry here with us right now?
yeah,
What are we talking about?
Yeah. So, sir, regarding I'm working on the add photo feature here, and we are using the new Cloud and Area upload.
Mhm.
How would I make it so the photos here appear on the carousel up here?
That would probably be part of the back end request that when you add the reaction, I believe that's almost part of it, was it not?
So the endpoint I would call would be for reactions or
Well,
trust
yeah,
tips.
the trust tip, because I believe that ties it to the profile.
Okay, so
Yeah, somebody just did it 2 hours ago, and oh, I don't. I wonder if this is a no, it's not. But yeah, I see that this person uploaded an image, and the image is on the profile.
hmm. So John, right now when we press here to add the photo from library, we can only select one photo at a time. Would you like to perhaps make it so we can add multiple photos here?
It allows up to three.
yeah. I thought you could do three. Yeah.
Yeah, not in the button. In the button, the way it is working currently,
Mm,
it is only one,
mm.
and it brings the crop thingy.
Right,
It's
right,
like the
right.
old.
Can you actually crop from there? I don't think you can even crop. I think you're stuck in that box.
I think you can crop also. Perhaps it good.
You're cutting out a little bit. You can zoom, okay, but I guess that's
Yeah,
effective.
it shows here uploading and it blocks the button and then it shows success. However, Jerry, I'm currently not calling any endpoint for referring this like a trust tip or something like that. Should I call a trust tip endpoint and make it so this is kind of like a trust tip?
When you create an image,
Yeah, when you add a photo here, which endpoint should I call?
right? Well, yeah, it shows in the trust tips as an image.
Shows in the trust tips as an image.
That-
They
That's
should
done
be down here.
historically. I don't know if that's intended, but
Hmm.
John, is that something that has kind of always been intended? If somebody adds a photo to a profile, it shows under the trust tips.
Yeah, I think that was. It's been so long. I'd have to ask Danny and Chantel on that one. Um, so does it make a brand new trust tip? Let's say for me, if I didn't have one and I just add a photo, now I have a trust tip
Yeah.
with a photo.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, that probably was intended then. Is it functional now?
What?
Uh,
Like, is
not
that
really here. So Jerry, when I call culinary, I'm saying the image key type here is trust tip, but I do have to link this with a trust tip by calling a backend endpoint, right?
Right.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what that might be?
What you want the endpoint?
Or the mutation, perhaps?
Yeah, that should already be there.
Nah, not in here. Um,
How is it being done now?
yeah. So it was being done using their React Native file. So it was uploading the file through their
Yeah,
uh,
how is
this. So I changed it so we are using the Cloudinary upload. Ismail, perhaps you could help me with this one.
pretty
Can
sure
you
it's
see my screen?
already being uploaded. Let's get
What's your question?
Yeah, I'm using the Cloudinary upload. So once I use this mutation here and I call the Cloudinary upload and I upload the image there, should it already be like a trust tip, or do I have to call another endpoint to reference this?
correct. You have to call another
No, this will
endpoint.
just give you a URL, like,
Okay, what is giving me a
and then
URL for?
you would take that URL and pass it and to the create trusted mutation.
Okay, to create your step mutation.
Hmm.
Let me see. Creator add photos. I don't think I saw an example of this in where we called the create trust tip thingy. Perhaps because this was not being used for trust tips in the other places.
Um, you're talking about the photo.
Yeah.
So
I think that might
yeah,
be a
that
code,
might need some back end work thinking about it now. Jerry, remember how in chat we used to upload the actual file and then it used to
Mm-hmm.
do it and you made it where it doesn't accept the file anymore, it accepts a URL.
Well,
Uh,
it accepts the image key. For trust tips, it does the image key.
for trust tips, it does the image
Mhm.
key.
I've already seen this. I already have logs of this getting called. Like in the I'm just curious what's different about this and what I sent you and Amin yesterday.
Um, so are you saying that the trust media upload the images is already optimized to accept the URL
Well,
and
it's
not
not.
the actual file?
It's accepting an image key, but it's like the image key is like because you already uploaded the image to Cloudinary.
Well, in chat, we pass the URL, or do we
Right.
pass the
In
image
chat,
key
you
in
pass
chat?
your. This is already in. This is already in profile reaction from user. I'm confused. Like, what? Why are y'all saying it's not there? It's in profile react wherever profile reaction from user is called. It's being called exactly like I would expect.
Profile reaction from user. Not sure I follow what that is.
That's a mutation. It's exact. It's being called exactly as I'm expecting it, with all the image keys and everything. So it's there. It's there in the code.
Can you slack me the name of that mutation, please?
Yeah. Well, actually, like the big name is reaction on profile mutation. So, look, I'm gonna send it to you.
I can handle this. Like we kind of worked on something similar. So what we'll need to do is like, so that mutation it will only the cloudinary upload is the mutation that's gonna gives you back the signature.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I see you worked on it 2 months ago on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
already, it's already
so
there.
that mutation cloudinary upload is gonna give you a signature, which you're gonna use to call the cloudinary API, yes, to upload the image. So the upload task there, it's gonna give you a response where it's gonna have the image key of the uploaded images. What you're gonna do now, so you're gonna have those image keys and send them to your actual mutation where you do the trust tip. Like where's the mutation that's like called a trust tip? Are you working on trust tip?
Well,
Yeah.
reaction on profile is what I did when I created my trust tip. That's what got called.
Okay, so you want to so on add photo. So what's the other mutation you call in? The last mutation you call in? What else here?
Yeah, right now we are not calling another one. We just have the upload result. I'm gonna call the upload URL, but here there is no
So yeah,
call.
so yeah, Jerry, I think um there's like either to reuse a mutation that we already have
Mm-hmm.
for this or do a new mutation. But I think that trusted mutation we can reuse it here. But I'm not really sure. Wales needs to call another mutation, like the last mutation, to save those images key for the profile key.
Well, can you give Jerry the exact mutation you're calling, like the name of it? Can you pull that out in the code right now?
Yeah, so yeah, I don't think we have a mutation being called right now.
So we
Uh,
just upload the image and then nothing else
yeah, we
happens?
just upload the image and nothing else.
That's why it's not going.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more
I mean,
sense.
I wonder if the feature worked in the first place because there was no.
Good question. Has that feature ever worked? Does anybody in QA team remember using it?
Which feature?
Uploading an image by clicking the camera button from the profile.
No.
Who else can you show them?
I don't. I know what you're talking about. I don't think that worked in this version of the app. Like we had, like
So it hasn't been working for a while.
right. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Well, then yeah. So
Wells, you're showing like some old code for for React native file.
Yeah.
Where is that code?
It is here. So
Yeah, can you show me where it's removed?
yeah.
Okay,
So
so yeah, scroll down. So that file, the const file, where it's being used. Okay, scroll down. Scroll a bit down. That's it. It's not being used anywhere. Yeah.
yeah, it's not being used anywhere.
So yeah, there was no uploading or anything in that.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
even though I have updated it to the Cloudinary upload, since there is no endpoint
Mhm.
here to be called after the upload, there's nothing to be done.
Yeah.
So Jerry, you said our current API to upload trust tips already uses the Cloudinary like the it uses the response of the Cloudinary API already, right? Like it's already
Yeah.
optimized for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wells, now all you have to do is basically just find that. Do you have the name of it, the name of the mutation, Jerry, on hand, or should we look for it?
It's the profile, the reaction on profile. Let me. I was
That's the name of that's the mutation that uploads trust tips. That's what it's called.
reaction on profile meets. Well, that's just like the full name in the code. I think I just sent it to you.
You did. You just sent it to me. Just the weird. The name's a little weird, but which I know was named on the front end a while ago. But I guess I feel like we have another mutation to upload trust tips. I could be wrong. Or maybe it was to retrieve them. So the one that one you send me is used in Flowhand and it refetches. Let me see here. File mutation, complete, signature interaction. Um, favorite. So that one you have Jerry's for favoriting. I don't think it's for trust tips. The one you sent me, the
favorite.
profile reaction mutation.
You have to favorite to add a trust tip.
Correct. But are they the same mutation?
I mean, effectively, if you don't submit a trust tip, then it just favorites it.
And Well, it probably has support for. So if I want to add a trust tip right now, let me see. Let me go ahead and add a trust tip. Let me open the tools. This could be bad engineering from 2 years ago plus. Because I would think that these two would be separate mutations for favoriting and uploading a trust tip. Let me see. Okay, so I need to favorite this place first. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Skip. All right, let's leave a trusted test. Okay. Let me see here. Profile, create, or update trusted. That's the one that uploads the trust tip. Maybe that one also, Jerry, uploads a trust tip. If you want to favorite and leave a trust tip at the same time, maybe that's why it has support for it. But there's one called profile, create, or update trust tip. Here, I'll send that to your way right now. Let me just send you the whole payload, actually. And I feel like that's one maybe Wells should be using. There you go. Send it over to Wells as well. But I think you have to. Do you know if this one is optimized for receiving those image keys from the API, from the Cloudinary API?
Yeah, because well, I see file image keys in there, so that's what.
But is that like the? I just want to make sure it's not using the old upload
The
method.
image keys is the new one.
Is
You would
the
be
new one,
uploading a file otherwise.
It says file image keys. Okay. Okay. So it is optimized for it. You can. All right. But yeah, I think this is the one he should be using. No.
I don't know the difference between them because I think they both effectively do the same thing.
Really? Weird.
Because they both create a trust tip in the end. Then you.
Well, but one is used for favoriting. This one we can't use this one for favoriting.
But then, like I said, you got to favorite it to create a trust tip.
Well, correct, but there's two different, like, you favorite, okay, that mutation is called, it's done. Now you want to do a trust tip, you don't have to call that favorite again. You already favorited it.
Yeah, but when you call create trust tip, it like does it in the background.
Well, if you're trying to leave a trust tip, it won't let you like leave a trust tip and favorite it automatically. It would actually show a alert saying you have to favorite before you can trust it. If that's what you're asking.
Well, I don't think the back end enforces that. I think the front end enforces
The
that.
front end does, correct.
Mm-hmm. I believe the back end just does it if you send it. So the back end will favorite it.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe that, like I said, I feel like that part of the code is maybe poorly engineered because it seems like it's confusing. But the way the front end does it is you want to leave a trust tip. If you're not favorited, you'll get an alert saying, hey, you're not favorited, favorite, then you can leave a trust tip. So that's why in my head, they're two separate things. Where I see in the back end, you're saying you can allow that. So maybe that's the confusion. But no, you can't like, you can't. I think you can leave a trust tip as your favoriting, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So, but let's say I already favorited it. I don't want to be calling that same API to add a trust tip. Like, let's say I favorited it separately, and then 2 days later I want to add a trust tip. I don't have to call that API the reaction to profile API. I'll call the one I just sent you.
Yeah, I mean that's. I almost think it's almost a little. Because in the end, they don't do anything different.
Maybe they should. Maybe you should have one separate for profile reaction. Well, that would require some refactoring. It's probably a bad idea at this point. But I mean, for at least for clarity of code, because like if I see that being called, I'm like, okay, this is a trusted mutation. Where if I see the other one, I was like, why is this user reaction key we're calling it, or
No
reactive
idea.
profile? If
That
that makes sense.
I have no idea who came up with that name.
Yeah, like I said, this is probably like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe for now he can just use that one since they do the same, just for the sake of having it having a better name.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you catch that all?
Yeah. So I basically use this right after uploading the trust up there.
Correct. You can have it in like part of the you await for it, and then as part of the promise when it finishes, you
Yeah.
just call that mutation right away.
And right after I upload the image, will I have a trusted key to the next page here, or will it be on the file?
So after you call the first the Cloudinary API, that the response of it, just log it out and see there should be like a profile image key in there. And you can see that accepts an array. So if you know more than one image, you should have multiple image keys, and you just pass those as is to the file image key array inside the mutation I sent you.
Yeah, and all right. So after I call the upload photo in here, I should have some information, just like the secure URL and the kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that the upload results, that's where you would have all like that's what would that's where you'd get your image keys. It'll be part of that variable.
Okay, yeah. So if I send more than one image here, we should be
You'll get an array as a response, which you can pass that array to the file image keys because that's also an array.
nice. So in the create upload task with the cloud name and the upload, do I have to call this multiple times for multiple files, or do I just pass the files here?
Can you find that in chat? Because you just do whatever we're doing in chat. If you look for that, you should.
Create upload model.
Huh? Create upload task. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently it is handling one file.
No, we can have more than one. Because in chat, I know we can upload up to like 10 files at a time. So it looks like what we're doing here is.
Yeah, this is the source where I first got the reference for the one I just played there. So
Create or add image model.
yeah, it is
Okay.
URL.
So file is okay. We get file. So file is multiple. File can have multiple.
Yeah, image assets for each asset upload image. So they upload
Yeah.
a single, we fetch this.
Just do
Okay.
whatever we're doing there. Honestly, then you'll be good.
Okay. So I upload multiple images, let's like that. And then I got the image keys from here. And with the image keys, I send to that endpoint you just sent me, like here.
Yeah.
That sounds good. And they need to have a trusted key or a trusted description. No, I don't think so, right? This could be empty.
You need to have user key, profile key. Well, because this is a new trust tip, so I don't think so. And then trust tip, the test, that was what I wrote. So I don't think you need a trusted key since you're creating a new one. You're not adding it to an existing one. I'm not sure what that one was used for. Maybe it was used for something else in the past, but I don't think you need one now.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Anything else, Wells? Any questions?
I think you're good.
Okay. Okay, good. Then I think that concludes our updates. Does anybody have any questions for anyone?
I just have one thing to add. So like I said, I'm planning on releasing the SoundCloud stuff. Do you guys know how to test it? Like, do you guys know how to upload a playlist or a song?
Good question.
Um, so I actually asked Jerry that, and he had a very cool answer for me. I was impressed with how he did it.
Okay.
You just copy the link from SoundCloud and you paste it in our chat, and it automatically creates the list, which I think is pretty cool.
Right. And it can even be a private one, but it'll
It
still
could be private or public. You just copy the link. There's an option to say copy like playlist or copy track,
nice.
and you literally just paste the link inside your chat.
Okay. And then it makes the little player.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, which I thought was a pretty cool way to do it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm looking forward to it. So when do you think you'll have it in the build?
I sent the PR. I mean, I don't know if it is kind of a big PR. So, I mean, when you're free, I don't know if you want to take a look at it, maybe. I can honestly also, since it's just a development build, if you're busy today, I mean, or if you need more time to review it, I can just create the build, because it's not part of production, so it doesn't have to be merged in the rest of the code. for
Yeah,
testing.
I was gonna suggest that you can do the build while I'm gonna review on it. So in the meantime, and also the build pipeline, it's working again. Like I did a fix. It's I mean like right now it's not breaking where it was breaking, and from the logs it seems it's gonna work. So yeah, that's fixed too. So the fix was like so we're using Mac OS 15. I made it back to Mac OS 14, and it seems it's working. That was the two.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always good to have that working. Also, I mean, I'm just gonna have like a very small PR towards your way. I just oh, okay. You changed the runs on from 15 to 14, right? Just want to make sure that.
Yeah, if you go to your build, to your branch, build 65,
Yeah.
you'll see the changes there. Just
Okay,
like
that's okay. So I'm just gonna merge that in with development. Um, So
Yeah.
I just sent you the PR. All that's going to have is that change you added, and the other change would be I just removed the investor button.
Okay.
So that's gonna, like, if you want to review it, it should take you just a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then after you get that, after you have that reviewed, I'll start on the I'll start on build 66, which is going to be QA, and it's going to have the sound cloud stuff in it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Very good. Anything else? Anybody need anything?
Got some good news is I think Todd and I in the background have made a lot of improvements to the external chat. There was actually something that I don't think we had, and I guess it don't understand why it wasn't there. I figured it out when an external user sent a chat. The other external users did not know who sent it.
Is that right? What do you mean they didn't know?
Like there was no name tag because it like passed through Twilio. So, for example, there's my Google Voice, and then there's Serena Blakely in an external chat. If my Google Voice just sends hello, Serena Blakely does not see she just sees hello. She doesn't see Jerry's Google Voice said hello.
Okay.
But now with being able to intercept the messages, I was like sending like stop, exit. Todd didn't get any of that from his external user. So that will absolutely stop the feedback loop at its source.
Okay.
So we got that. And now I added name tags. So now if I muted myself, my Google Voice sends a message, Now, all the other external users will now have a name identifier preceding the message, which would also prevent the stop word from getting triggered in that one scenario. Because now, if Serena Blakely messages an external chat, I will see Serena Blakely like sent a message.
Okay. No,
It-
the name tags were always there, right? Or
Not from external to external.
really?
So if multiple external users were in a chat,
Yeah. So what would they see? No name at all, or like something?
so I'm gonna no name at all. So I'm gonna send what I have here.
Okay. Well.
So here's a screenshot I'm sending it to development, and you'll see where you see Serena Blakely. Hi there, Jerry. Do you see that?
So,
So now, before I made this change, you'll see before the change, it would just say, "Hi there, Jerry." You wouldn't know who sent it because you have a one-on-one conversation with the Twilio number.
I
But
see.
if a Circles user sent it, you would see the name tag. It was only external to external.
Yeah. So it would just say, "Hey there, Jerry," without the name.
Right, but in Circles, you would see like who sent it.
Right. Right. Okay.
So that makes a bit of sense
Right.
to the guy I was talking to, who was was external chatting into our Circles group, and I reached out to him and was messaging him, and he was saying it seemed random because he didn't know who it came from. I think someone else in the chat said, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
from an external chat, but
Would
he doesn't know who it's coming from.
would being that Todd was an internal user, would the SMS show Todd's name?
Yes,
Okay, so it still would have said Todd.
right. But if it were
Right.
another external user who said,
Yeah.
"Who's this?"
Right.
Other external user would have like, I don't know who's
I don't
this.
know who's sending it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Okay, so you got it fixed. Is it live?
Yep.
Fixed it live? Okay.
We got to test the external chat in production.
Okay.
But wait, the external to external is not fixed, or it is fixed?
Yeah, it is fixed. That's the screen.
Okay. Yes.
Like I don't know why my contact was showing as ICE, like IS, like ISIS with
Yeah.
a heart emoji, but
Yeah.
it was I don't know, maybe it was just because I inserted it from a database in some weird way, because like my Google Voice I have to do it, but still, like Serena Blakely, you'll see that name. But yeah, it's ready to go. That's why I'm going to say, Todd, if you have either more numbers you can spin up, or you need me to clear numbers, I think I cleared them already. If you want to like put external chat through the ringer, system messages, reactions, stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, reactions don't seem to come through.
Okay, which I
Um,
think is something that
Yeah, I don't think we would necessarily want that because that would just be a bunch of
no,
SMSs that wouldn't make sense.
right. Yeah, if someone sends an emoji, that comes through clearly, which is fine.
Yeah.
that's a message. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the system messages, which I think are only when someone gets added,
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
which is fine.
Well,
you-
maybe it's a good time to test and say a message into that group chat for today for Fogo Fridays and say, who's all going to make it tonight? If you haven't downloaded Circles app, I don't know. So start, continue conversation
Yep.
and tell them that you should. Would it go back? It's not going to go back and fix their history, right? Like obviously, like if
it won't fix their history, but if Todd sends a message though, again, it will just always say Todd, and all the messages Todd has sent are
Yeah.
pre Todd.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think we should try it. Did Clayton ever get back to you?
No.
Okay. So he should be reached out to. All right. Well, let's call it the end here for stand up, and we can stay in this. There's a lot going on right now. Does anybody have any questions though before we break?
I guess a suggestion is for Ismail and Wells, if y'all find that the mutations to create the trust tips are, I guess, confusing like if there's something that y'all can change on the if there's something y'all want to change on the back end, like make a new mutation to make it more straightforward. I think Ahmet said he was looking for a task, so if you'll want a draft, which I'll think would work better, he might be able to make that for y'all.
Sounds good.
All right. Very good. Okay, thanks guys. Alrighty then. Yeah, we'll stay here and I guess if there's a build, Amin or Ismail, if you want us to test, just let us know. We'll work on it.
All do.
Okay, great. All right, guys. Thanks. Catch you later.
Great.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Have a good weekend.